What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Slasher44, and yesterday a new hotfix came out for Black Ops 3, and there was a lot of information in this, and one of the most important things that no one is talking about is black market weapons, aka weapon variants, kind of with a big asterisk right there, because they're completely different. From just reading, they're completely different than what Advanced Warfare has. So hold out for that. That is literally going to be the last thing we talk about in this commentary. First, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of weapon buffs, and then a little bit of changes to some specialist characters, and then we're going to get into that. So, first things first. If you enjoy the video, leave a like rating. It really helps out the channel. You guys have been really great with that lately. Let's see if we can get this thing to 100 likes, maybe 150, maybe 4, somewhere around there. That would be fantastic. But anyway, let's get into this and have a look at these different weapons. So the first one, the one that got the biggest buff, is the XR2. Better aim down sight stability. Wow, that's a bit of a tongue twister. And increased recoil control. So better recoil, better aim down sight stability. Those are really hard to say right beside each other. But that's good. The XR2, I think, needed a little bit of a buff, and I think this was just enough. Made it just a little bit more accurate. The ICR, the Shiva, and all LMGs have better aim down sight stability. I don't know why I have such trouble saying that, but what that is just aiming down sights. There is less idle sway is basically the way to look at it, and there's going to be a little bit less recoil when aiming down sights. This is good, I guess. It seems like they're really trying to make the game noob friendly. And what I mean by that is they're basically making every single gun in the game easier to use, and I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the way we're gonna have to wait to see how all this plays out and all the individual stats, which I'll be talking about in future videos, but just a warning, don't make it too noob friendly, Vonderhaar. Anyway, the Locust also has increased aim down sight stability. That gun needs more of a buff. The Locust you get far too many hit markers with, but that's for another video. The KRM and the Argus both have lethal damage range increased. This is absolutely needed on the KRM. The Argus, I thought, was pretty well balanced. I thought it compared really well with other guns in the game and was definitely competitive. With this, it may be one of the better weapons in the game, so you might want to check that out. Also, all of the LMGs have reduced sprint out speed, which means I think you sprint out slower. I think it's really worded very weird, but I think your sprint out speed is slower, which means going from running to aiming down sights will be a little bit slower. As far as the specialist abilities are changed, you got Rejack can stand up a little bit faster. This was needed. The Rejack was almost useless because anytime you'd use it, you'd just get killed right away. Those of you saying this is a bad thing, you're wrong. The Rejack was no good. There was no point in using it. This at least makes it so you have a chance of killing the person who has just killed you. Think about it this way. If you stand up slow, they're already aiming down sights at you because they just killed you. As soon as they see that cloud, they're just going to keep aiming down sights at you. To be able to have some chance whatsoever, you got to be able to get on target really quickly, and the only way you're going to be able to do so is if you aim down sights quickly. Also, the Ripper, reduced leftover specialist power when dying. This was needed. If you ever played and used the Ripper, basically you'd have the Ripper the entire game. It wasn't fair whatsoever. Basically, you had commando if you're using the Ripper, just all the time. Literally, it was always there. And not a lot of people use it because it doesn't really help you out in a ton of situations, only when you're up really close. But when you did, it was a little bit overpowered, and I think this is a great thing that they added in. Now we get into the juicy stuff. There's just some bug fixes overall, but then reading this, it's very cryptic. So, dark matter camo can only be applied to black market weapons, yes, black market weapons, if you have diamond unlocked for that weapon. But you do not need diamond on black market weapons to get the dark matter. So as far as I'm concerned, this answers two things. So everyone was worried about weapon variants. This means all black market weapons are going to be aesthetic variants. How do I know this? Why do I know this? Because the way this works is the only thing that has been added right now as a black market weapon is the butterfly knife, the wrench, and the brass knuckles. You can get dark matter camo for all of these, but you don't necessarily have to have the diamond camo unlocked for them, as long as you have the diamond camo unlocked for the regular knife. That is what that is saying. There was some glitch with that before. This is good. This is good. This means we are not getting different stated's not a word, but different statted weapon variants like we had in Advanced Warfare. They're just going to be aesthetic differences. I don't think they realized they were saying this when they released the patch notes. I really don't, because the whole black market weapons things kind of hints that there's going to be more black market weapons, and the only thing we've got as a black market weapon so far is aesthetic changes, a different look to weapons, and I think this would be an absolutely fantastic thing to add to the game, as long as there is no stat changes to these quote-unquote black market weapons. So I did my best job explaining that. It was the most cryptic sentence in all these patch notes we've got so far. So if you guys found this video informative and liked it, a like rating would be super greatly appreciated. If you have any questions for me on black market weapons, the best place to do so is on Twitter. I will try to answer any questions you guys ask me there. Link in the description. Subscribe for new Call of Duty videos every single day. We've got a good one coming out tomorrow and a really, really good one on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.